we deal with so many different types of paper of different thickness. So we have normal notebook sheets which are very thin, then we have chart papers which are thicker. So how are these produced? Papers of different thickness. Well, even here radioactivity has a very important role, and more specifically beta emission. So let's understand how beta emission works and how it helps in producing paper sheets. So first of all, let's understand how a beta particle is emitted. So we have carbon-14 nucleus here which decays to emit a beta particle. Now what exactly is this beta particle? When the ratio of neutrons to protons in a nucleus is very high, then beta decay occurs where an excess neutron transforms into a proton and an electron, which is nothing but a beta particle. So the beta particle is then ejected energetically. So in this case, beta particle is ejected energetically, or we can say that it is a fast moving electron which is ejected from the nucleus, and we call it beta particle. So when nucleus emits a beta particle, what exactly happens inside? Inside, one neutron tries to convert to a proton. So what it does is it emits a negative charge, which is the beta particle, and it converts to a positively charged proton. So this is the entire thing which happens inside. So let's see in this animation. So what exactly happens? One of the neutrons emits a negative charge or a beta particle, and it converts into a proton because now it is positively charged or a proton. So in the same nucleus, the number of nucleons remains same, just that one neutron transforms into a proton emitting a beta particle. So beta particles are fast moving electrons emitted from the nucleus of the atom, and they are represented as beta 0-1 or E0-1, which is also used to represent an electron. Now when beta decay occurs, that is when beta particle is emitted, then what happens to the nucleus? Well, one neutron converts to a proton, so number of protons increase. So what happens here? Atomic number changes, which means identity of the element also changes. So now it's no more carbon-14, it's nitrogen, because atomic number has changed. So it was 6 earlier, now it's 7, which represents nitrogen. So the new nucleus is nitrogen. So what will be the equation? Well, carbon-14 undergoes beta decay, it gives nitrogen plus beta particle and energy, which accompanies this particular reaction. Now, as we know, beta particle can be written as E0-1, which is nothing but an electron. Beta particle is nothing but a fast moving electron. So we represent it as E0-1. So this is how you write the equation for a beta decay. Now, what about the mass of beta particle? Beta particle's mass is 9.1 into 10 to the power of minus 31 kilograms, and its charge is equal to minus 1.6 into 10 to the power of minus 19 coulombs. As it is identical to an electron, that's why its mass and charge both are same as an electron. So when a beta particle is emitted and it is traveling through the medium, then it interacts with the medium particles, and because it has a negative charge, whichever particle is very close to the beta particle, it is able to repel the electrons out of their orbit in those particles. So those particles become ionized. So what exactly is happening in the case of beta particle? When it is traveling in the medium, Wherever the particles of medium are very close to the beta particle, in those particles electrons are repelled by the beta particle, and when the repulsion is very strong, then electrons are repelled out of their orbit, and as a result the particle or the atom becomes ionized, that is positively charged. So beta particles positively charge the particles of the medium through which they pass. Only criteria is that their charge is not very strong, so they can only influence the particles which are very close to them. Other particles will be unaffected. So beta particles having same charge as an electron can repel an electron out of orbit if it is close enough to an atom, and ionizing power of beta particles is 100th times of alpha particles. So as they can influence only those atoms which are very close to them, so their ionization power can be said to be 100th times of alpha particles. So even beta particles ionize the gas through which they pass, but their ionization power is weaker than alpha particles. Now penetration power of beta particles is more than alpha particles. Now as they are very fast and they are less interactive compared to alpha particles, so they have more energy. As a result, their penetration power is greater than alpha particles. So beta particles can pass through 5 meters in air, but a 5 millimeter thick aluminum sheet can stop them. So a 5 millimeter thick aluminum sheet can stop the beta particles, but it can easily pass through a sheet of paper. While in the case of alpha particle, its penetration power is much less. As a result, same sheet of paper can easily stop an alpha particle. So this is the major difference between penetration power of beta and alpha particles. Now this penetration power of beta particles is used in producing metal sheets and paper sheets of different thickness. Now in this case, aluminum foil is passing between the beta emitter and the detector, and beta emitter emits beta particles which passes through the aluminum foil. Now according to the thickness of the aluminum foil, the amount of beta particles reaching the detector will change, and this feedback is sent to the roller, and then roller adjusts so that sheet of desired thickness can be produced. So again you see, penetration power of beta emitter is used to produce sheets of different thickness. Now let's understand equation for beta decay. So we have a radioactive nucleus P whose mass number is A and atomic number is Z. So what will be the equation for beta decay? So we have a parent nucleus whose mass number is A and atomic number is Z. It undergoes beta decay to give beta particle, and along with it we have a new nucleus because a neutron has converted into a proton. So now we have one proton more than the original nucleus. So now we have Z plus 1, atomic number has increased by 1. So it is Z plus 1 while the mass number remains same because the number of nucleons remains same. The neutron converted to a proton. So number of nucleons remain same. So the mass number remains same, but the atomic number changes. And we have a beta particle emission and energy. So this is the total equation for beta decay. So resulting nucleus has one proton more and one neutron less than the original nucleus. So now can you answer this question? In a beta decay, the atomic number of the daughter nucleus is dash more than the parent nucleus. Is it 1, is it 2, or is it 3. What do you think? Well, the correct answer is 1. In a beta decay, the atomic number of the daughter nucleus is 1 more than the parent nucleus. So what are the properties of beta particles? They are fast moving electrons represented as E0-1. They can ionize the gas through which they pass, and their penetration power is more than alpha particles. So these are the 3 main properties of beta particles.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. You can also register for free at deltastep.com to get all learning resources as per ICSE, CBSE, IB, Cambridge or any other curriculum. Over 5,000 amazing lectures across maths, science, English and social science. Our unique interactive video technology keeps you engaged, and our iDictionary feature allows you to quickly revise any concept. Master each topic at your own pace with our adaptive practice technology and 1 million plus questions. Get instant answers and detailed solutions. Be exam ready by taking unlimited mock tests, performance analysis along with actionable feedback, personal tutors to resolve your slightest of doubts. That's not all. You also get amazing prizes like PlayStations, iPads, watches, and many more, along with certificates through our Earn As You Learn program. So at deltastep.com, learning is not just fun and easy, it's rewarding too. So register for free now.